There's something about her energy that doesn't make sense. You didn't touch her, you didn't flirt, you didn't even try, but something in the air between you feels like a secret. She's not ready to tell. She's not obvious, she won't confess. She doesn't want you to know exactly not yet, but she does want you to feel it. And here's the paradox. The more she likes you, the more she hides it. Why? Because feminine attraction isn't loud, it's not direct, it's not declared. It's leaked in stolen glances, in sudden laughter that even she doesn't understand, in hesitations that feel out of place in the way she lingers near you long after the moment has passed. It's the micro behaviours, the unconscious little things, the kind of clues that don't show up unless you're paying attention, but most men don't see them. They're too focused on getting a number, a reaction, a yes. They rush through moments instead of feeling them. They chase words instead of reading energy, and they walk right past desire. That was standing 2 feet away, saying nothing. But you're not most men. You're here because you're ready to sharpen something else. Not your muscles, not your pickup lines, your awareness, your ability to move through a room and feel when a woman's energy shifts, to sense when her nervous system is reacting to your presence, to notice when her body language is saying everything her lips won't. Because the truth is, when a woman is into you, truly into you, she almost never says it. She expresses it through subtle gestures, passive actions, and hidden patterns. And if you don't know what those look like, you'll keep wondering if she ever liked you at all. But once you do, once you can recognize the code women use to mask desire, you'll never doubt it again. In this video, I'm going to give you 8 real signs. A woman is secretly into you, not the ones you find in cliché dating advice, not the ones that only apply in high school or clubs, but the kind of subtle, almost invisible cues that only the calm, grounded Stoic man can perceive. Because that's the man women open up to, the one who doesn't need to ask if she's interested, because he already sees the truth written all over her. Let's begin. Welcome to Grandma's Minds, a space for men who no longer beg the world to notice them, but choose instead to understand it. Because here's the truth few men are ever told. Attraction isn't about chasing, it's about seeing. And most men, they've been taught all the wrong things. They're told to perform, to impress, to ask her out, win her over, prove their worth. They're told to look for the loud signs, the playful punch, the big laugh, the bold flirtation. But here's the problem. The feminine rarely communicates through volume. She communicates through subtlety, through intuition, through signals so delicate they're often mistaken for coincidence. She won't send you a message saying, "I want you." She won't blurt out, "I can't stop thinking about you." No, instead, she'll show it in micro moments, the way her voice changes when you walk in, the way she finds excuses to stand near you, the way she laughs just a little too long, even when what you said wasn't that funny. And yet, 99% of men miss it. Not because they're weak, but because they're distracted. They're looking at her lips when they should be watching her silence. They're waiting for permission when all they need is perception. A high-value man, a Stoic man, doesn't ask if she likes him. He sees that she does not because she said it, but because her body already did. You see, desire isn't always loud. In fact, the deeper it runs, the quieter it becomes. It comes through in her nervous energy, in the way she remembers something small you said 2 weeks ago, in the way she lingers at the end of a conversation, hoping you'll say something more even when she doesn't know what the truth is. When a woman is into you, she hides it. Not to play games, but because vulnerability, real raw feminine vulnerability, is terrifying. She wants to be seen, but only by the man who sees, without needing to be told. She wants to be chosen, but only by the man whose presence makes her feel safe, not sold. That's why today's lesson isn't about pickup tactics. It's not about clever lines or external tricks. It's about reading feminine energy with emotional intelligence, stillness, and clarity. It's about slowing down enough to observe and grounded enough to receive. Because when you can do that, you unlock an entire world of female desire that most men will never, ever access. So in this video, I'll reveal the 8 quite often overlooked things women do when they're secretly into you, not what they say, but what their presence confesses in silence, because the masculine doesn't dominate the moment it anchors it. And when your presence makes her feel safe, calm, and seen, she'll give herself permission to feel what she's been hiding all along. The only question is, will you be the kind of man who sees it? Let's begin. Sign number 1. She lingers in your presence when the moment should already be over. The conversation ends. The reason to stay has passed. People around her are starting to drift away, but she doesn't. She should have left, she knows it, but her feet remain planted. Her smile holds her gaze, lingers. She stretches the final seconds, like they mean something, and they do. This is no longer small talk, it's emotional gravity. She doesn't want to leave. Not because of what you said, but because of how she feels when she's near you. That subtle calm, that steady presence, that quiet electricity she can't explain. It's not about logic, it's about comfort chemistry and that whisper in her chest that says, "Don't walk away from this yet." When she's into you, she won't always move closer. She'll just stop moving away. Sign number 2, she recites your words from memory without realizing it. You spoke once, maybe casually, maybe offhand, but to her it wasn't casual. She remembered weeks pass, and then out of nowhere she referenced it. Not just the fact, but the way you said it, the tone, the essence, the energy behind it. Did you ever fix that motorcycle? You still listening to that weird band? I remembered what you said about your dad. It stuck with me. This isn't memory. This is emotional bookmarking. It's her subconscious tagging you with emotional value. It means you didn't just pass through her ears. You left an impression on her emotional world. When a woman remembers your words, it's because she's already begun weaving you into her internal narrative. And that is intimacy in its earliest form. Sign number 3, she's nervous, but only around you. She's composed with others, articulate, smooth, relaxed, but with you, her words trip, her hands fidget, her eyes wander. She laughs more than usual, and sometimes for no reason. You didn't do anything, you didn't try to be funny, you didn't tease or pressure. And yet she's unraveling slightly beautifully, because nervousness is what happens when just attraction collides with uncertainty, when a woman is drawn to you but unsure how to contain it. Her body does the talking even while her mind pretends everything's fine. The greatest sign she's into you, it's not confidence. It's the cracks in her composure, the places where her mask starts to slip and you glimpse the storm beneath her. Calm, don't mock it, don't fix it, just hold your presence steady, because that's what makes her fall. Even deeper, sign number 4, her eyes speak first and they always come back. She doesn't just look at you, she returns to you, she scans the room, then you, then back to the room, then back to you again. It's almost invisible unless you know what to watch for a woman who's into. You will keep checking in with her eyes because her attraction needs confirmation, because part of her wants you to notice even if she's terrified that you will. Her gaze is her pulse, and the second look, the one that lingers a fraction longer, is the confession. Don't stare her down. Don't corner her with intensity. Just hold her gaze calmly and watch what her eyes start to say when her words go silent. Because when a woman's into you, her eyes speak more honestly than her voice ever will. Sign number 5. Her rhythm becomes yours and she doesn't even realize it. You lean against the wall. Moments later, she shifts to match you. You speak slowly and she slows down too. You take a sip of your drink and so does she. This isn't mimicry, it's resonance. Her nervous system is syncing with yours because the feminine craves regulation, safety, masculine gravity. And when a woman mirrors you, it means you've become the emotional anchor in the space. It means your calm isn't just noticed, it's absorbed. She doesn't need you to entertain her. She just needs to breathe better around you, to feel like her world makes more sense in your presence. And when that happens, she'll mirror you. Not because she wants to impress, but because she's starting to trust sign number 6. She crosses your path. Again and again and again. You bump into her twice in 1 week. You see her at places she never used to go. She's just here again, she says. Oh, hey, fancy seeing you. But the look in her eyes says, I was hoping you'd notice. A woman won't always chase, but she will orbit. She'll find ways to be close enough to feel your gravity without ever admitting. She aligned herself that way when she's secretly into you. She puts herself in proximity not to beg for attention, but to give you the opportunity to engage. If you're man enough to see it, coincidence fades quickly in attraction when she keeps appearing where you are. She's not lost. She's already circling sign number 7. She plays with you, then softens like she didn't mean it. She teases. She throws a quick jab. She pokes fun at something you said, but then, almost instantly, she smiles. Her voice softens, her eyes grow warm, and she says something kind, just in case you took it the wrong way. This isn't just flirtation. It's her defense mechanism, testing your strength. She's seeing if you'll crack under pressure or stay composed. She wants to know, can you handle her energy? Can you remain unshaken without needing to dominate? And when you pass that test, when you remain grounded and respond with ease, that's when she melts. Because she's not looking for someone to fight her. She's looking for someone strong enough that she doesn't have to sign. Number 8, she tries to impress you, but pretends not to. She shows up dressed slightly different around you, mentions a new accomplishment, casually, almost accidentally talks about something meaningful she's working on, but shrinks it down like, it's no big deal. That's not arrogance, that's selective self-reveal. She's putting herself on display, but subtly, she wants you to see her. Not just her beauty, but her value, her depth, her character, her story, because when a woman is secretly into you, she doesn't want to be desired just for her body. She wants to be admired by someone who sees beneath the surface. The question isn't, is she showing off? The question is, what part of herself is she hoping you'll notice first? Because that's the part of her already reaching for your attention. If you recognized even one of these signs, let me tell you something. Few men ever hear. You're already ahead of the curve because most men are too distracted, too reactive, too focused on getting a response to ever notice what's quietly being offered to them in silence. But you've chosen awareness over desperation, observation over assumption, stoic clarity over emotional chaos. And that, my friend, is the mark of a man she can't ignore. Because here is the brutal truth. A woman doesn't need you to chase her. She needs you to understand her, not to impress her, but to feel her subtle cues without her needing to explain them. Not to flood her with attention, but to remain calm while she gives you the signal to lead. And if you want to become the kind of man who doesn't wonder if she likes him but can already see it in her eyes, then stay with this channel at Grandma's Minds. We don't teach tricks. We teach vision stillness, emotional mastery, the kind of masculine depth that makes a woman feel more seen in one silent glance than she's ever felt in 1,000 conversations. So if that speaks to something inside, you subscribe now, like this video, to keep it in your rotation, and comment below. Which of these 8 signs have you experienced without realizing what it meant until now? This is more than attraction. It's a practice, a way of seeing, a stoic way of living, where every moment holds meaning and every quiet gesture reveals the truth. Until next time, stay calm, stay grounded, and let the world come to you. This is Grandma's Minds, and you're exactly where you need to.